Hello. It's pajama party time. Who's here? Who's with me? I have mineral water in one hand. I have wine in the other. Who's here? I got one pajama party participant. Two. Who's here? It's Saturday night. We're having a good time. Right here on Facebook. I see some lovin'. There she is! Vanessa's in the house. Yay! Pajama party. I don't care. You know what? It's nighttime pajamas or daytime pajamas. There's Joanne for her pajama party. You guys miss me today for cooking lessons? You know, I was just so tired today. I had a full night's sleep. And I just said, you know what? I am just not gonna, I'm not cooking anything. I couldn't figure anything out, and I was going through cookbooks. And then I said, I'm having a pajama party tonight. And I know some of you guys said, you know, what can you do for snacks? Well, listen, true to form, I don't have any snacks. I could have brought some apples upstairs, or, you know, I could have, we have nothing. We have nothing in the snack department. That's the way I like it. So, I mean, if we have nuts in the house, it's over. That's all I can do is I think about nuts. There's nuts in the house. I want to eat the nuts. I want to eat 10 nuts. I'll eat 10 nuts. I'm going to lot them out and I'm going to put them in a little bag, and those are going to be my little nut snack. But then I know that there's more nuts downstairs, and they're calling to me. They're saying, Leanne, there's nuts. We're down here. Come get me. Come get me. I'm just, you know, I'm not going to lie. I mean, L-glutamine right here, ladies. You know, I get stuck. Helen's in the house. So is Emily. Jenny's here. Amy's here, and Joanne. Pajama party. See, Amy said she can't handle herself with nuts either. I can't handle myself with anything. I'm just going to tell you like it is. I am the queen of no snacks. Hi, Melissa, Lucy, happy pajama party. You know, I don't think I'm going to wear this for very long. That thing that digs into my head. So, pajama party. Okay, you want to hear what the pajama party's about? You want to hear what I'm going to talk about? Nothing. I'm just going to be here, and I want you guys tell me what you want to talk about. Let's just hang out and talk about things. I do know this, though. I have spent way too much time on the news. Way too much. And I tell you guys not to do it, and I did it today. And I'm telling you, it's like letting an alien come into your brain. Sue says she's here, but she doesn't have volume. Would somebody tell Sue that was a message? Can you check that out, please? Jenny, check it out. She's on our message. She doesn't have volume. Everybody else does, right? You can hear me, right? Hi, Roberta, Courtney, Arlene. Look at you guys all showing up because we have our big Saturday night plans. Hey, Roberta, do you have a glass of wine? Arlene. Roberta says she can hear. And I know she's had a glass of wine or two already. I know her. Okay. So Sue can't hear us. Sue Stanley can't hear. And I'm just, if you can answer her, she private messaged. Jenny, if you could let her know what to do, because she can't hear me right now. So she's on our messages, if you can do that. Yeah, let me just tell you what happened to me with the news, okay? You start this, have you heard this one? Catastrophizing, right? How many times have we heard this? Jane, go get your wine. Patty's got sangria. I love it. Yeah, I highly recommend it too. Yeah, go out and come back in, Sue. That's the thing to do, right? Listen, let me tell you what happened. It was so awful. Who has elderberry juice with a spritz of vodka? Hermine, you go, girl. I'm glad you're here. Hermine from Germany. Say hi to Hermine. Good. She has Wise Women's Tea. Joanne does, and Mary Lee is good. You know what? I don't care. Just come on in. And we're just here hanging out. And if I had this on Zoom, I'd love to be able to know how to do this on Zoom and Facebook. I've seen people do that. I haven't figured that tech part out. But here's the thing. It filled my head. I started the cold catastrophizing. Well, I'm over 60, so, definitely I'm just a sitting duck. And I started all of that. And I tell you all the time, what do I tell you? What you think about expands. And then I thought to myself, what the heck am I doing? What can I do? What do I have control over, right? I don't have control over what's going on there, but I have control in my own household. I can clean this place. I can vacuum. I can polish. I can clean up my office. That's a long shot. I can work on the book. And I made a list of all these things. And I want you to be my list friends. Don't you love lists? Because we can make lists of things that we can do other than catastrophize. That's such a good word, by the way. Catastrophize. You know what? That's happening out there. Okay. It's happening. But there's a beach party bingo here. There's what was it? Beach blanket bingo. Remember those? Do you remember those awful surfer movies? Anybody ever watch them? I felt obligated. I lived in California. I grew up in California most of my life. I was born in Canada, but at 7 years old, we immigrated, whatever, to the United States. And I grew up in Whittier, California. And the big thing for us was going down Beach Boulevard in the Volkswagen, as a teen, and going to the beach. And we'd lay out, and you know how pale I am, guys, right? Freckles and all of this. Put on the baby oil and just sit there and absolutely scorch ourselves silly. And as a matter of fact, I've got my picture, my high school senior picture. I have this ridiculous reddish brown skin because I could never get golden brown like all the beach bunny girls. Never. I'd get red and I'd peel. That was my thing. Here we go. Blueberry oat bars, Tay. Vanessa says she wishes she liked wine. 4:00 here. Here's to day drinking. Betsy! Gwen is in the house. Angela, I'm just telling you all my stories. Same in New York. It's midnight happy hour. Hermine, give Hermine lots and lots of love. She's in Germany and I just love her to death. She's wonderful. Roberta's waiting. Amy's got straight tequila. Amy girl. And let's see, we got a caffeine-free tea with shot of vodka. Look at you guys. So who's making lists? I want to know who's making lists. Susan, I know it's only 4:00 in California, but there's day pajamas and there's evening pajamas. This is the same, you guys, this is the same stupid shirt that I've been wearing. It's a pajama shirt. I don't care. I really don't care. And you can't see, I'm not wearing a bra. But you know what? Here's the thing. We just have to be real. And you know what? We're hanging out together. Isn't that a fun thing? I love that you're all here. Joanne says she keeps making mistakes on face masks. Oh, sewing face mask. I was going to say we should have done masks. That's our next pajama party. Who's going to do it with me? I have a charcoal black mask. But I'd probably be, somebody would say that I was doing something awful. Laura's 4-year-old is watching going, what's going on here? Frankie Valley. Frankie and Annette, yes. Look at all you guys. Gidget movies. I'm trying to get all here. I was a brownie at the beach. I bet you were. But Roberta, you've got nice olive skin. See, Roberta and I are friends. Roberta went through our NutriCoach program, which I'm going to talk about once we all get out of here. Right now, it's not pertinent. But we met, finally, I was in Reno. I was in Tahoe for an event. This is way back. I don't even know. When was that? Was that in the end of January or something? And anyway, we met and we had a great time, and our boys had a good time. Kathy did Lobster City. Who else has fried their skin? Huh? A margarita, loungewear. Look at all of you guys. I can't even do this. Laura says I wear leggings almost every day and even to bed. I can't wear anything to bed. She made a paper towel mask with rubber bands. It looked pretty good. My hubby was impressed. A paper towel mask. Huh. Oh, when you went to the grocery store? Mark goes to the grocery store, and when he comes home, I go into full panic mode. He came in the house with his shoes on, and you would have thought he was dragging a dead deer behind him, with blood all over the floor and stuff. I said, you are not in this house. You are not going to have shoes on. Take them out. I made him take all his clothes off and go take a shower. I said, why did you do that? You know better. You can't do that. And did you sterile? And I made him take Clorox wipes, wipe down all the groceries, all of them. I wouldn't let him, not one of them. Joanne, you're so sweet. I'm glad you like my daily videos. My dad made me have masks. Did you see Marla? She had one that showed one of these nurses with little buttons on the side so she could put her ear masks on the side. That would be good for you, Amy, because you've got to wear. I'm sure you're all masked up. Yes, better safe than sorry. Covered an album with what? You know what? We have fried our skin so badly, and I thank God that collagen helps to rebuild your skin. But your skin does have a memory. That's one of the problems. I'm trying to read all of your posts. You guys are just having a fun time. So what is your favorite, when you get together with your girlfriends and you're all together, and let's say you go out to a restaurant or you get together. I have an event coming up that I'm obviously not going to go to, but my girlfriends from high school, it was so great. You guys, I'll have to tell you this story because I think you'll appreciate it. So there was 8 of us that hung out in high school. Hung out all the time. And we were cheerleaders together. We did all this stuff and we did everything together. And then of course, you know how it happens, right? You know what happens. Then all of a sudden, everybody goes off to college and all of that. And we got together, from time to time, we got together for our high school reunions and what have you. But then I got nominated for the High School Hall of Fame, Whittier High School Hall of Fame. Just to keep it real, John Lasseter, Pixar, Toy Story is in it. He was a classmate of mine. And then Richard Nixon was in it because he was not a classmate of mine, but he certainly went to my high school. So I got nominated because I, had written books and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And so all of my girlfriends said, we want to be there for it. I was so taken aback, and they all showed up. And one of my friends has a house in Newport Beach on the water in the bay. And we used to go down there all the time when I was kids, when we were, in high school, and we all got together. And we were in this house for a full week, and it was as if we had never been apart. And that's the kind of friendship that just makes me, it played to my heart every single day. My heart felt full because of friendship. And I think that female friendship and we love our men, right? We do. We love our guys. But having that kind of a friendship we graduated from high school over 40 years ago, you guys. I know I don't look that old. We graduated from high school so many years ago, and we got together and it was amazing. And so we said, from now on, what we're going to do is get together once a year. And so Laura, who has the house on the beach, she sets aside a week and we all go down for a week every single year. We're going to do it every single year. Well, it's coming up in May, but it's probably not going to happen. But the fact is, having that kind of a friendship and being with women who've known you from, the time you were just, we're just barely done skinning your knees and going to the beach and frying yourself with baby oil and talking about dates and, boyfriends, and watching some of them, get married and stay married to the same guy in high school. You look at him and you go, oh, I remember Jeff in high school. And you're not that old guy. It's so funny. But, those were the days. And so here we are now. And we are in this weird twilight zone. Can you all with me do the do 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 do? I swear I do that all the time. It's like, Where am I? Why is this happening? Oh, wow. Somebody just said that. Hey, that's sweet. Thanks, Patty. I'm 61. I'm going to be 62 here. Whatever. I mean, this is what happened. This lots of collagen. I'm singing my praises. Collagen is great stuff, you guys. By the way, SAME is in the shop. For those of you who are trying to get your mood elevated and have joint pain, go get it. It is in the shop. It came in today, and on Monday, we have collagen coming. Yes, I'm out too, and I'm really sad. Anyway, yes, Joanne, Newport Beach, California. That's why I was talking about all of those awful Beach Boy movies, or the beach movies. I mean, just terrible. Way before my time, mind you, but still, we used it. Vanessa said SAME helps her so much. It helps me too. I swear by it. I will never, ever, ever be without it. And when I was getting down and I was just like, baby, gotta come in. You gotta come in. And that's one of the ones that we're going to be doing, staying with the same supplier. But everything else, we've got the new supplier coming in. So you guys are going to be excited. Laura, you are a baby. You're 29. My goodness. But I love you. I love that you're here. Thanks for showing up. Isn't it fun to hang out with older women? We're so much fun. We are legacy women. That's our whole thing. Helen's talking about Annette Funicello movies. I mean, are they bad or what? Horrible. Absolutely horrible, but we watched them because they were a riot. They were part and parcel. They were part of our whole thing. Catherine just came in. Hi, Catherine. Oh, I'm sitting here. It's so warm today. I can't even tell you how warm it is today. Let me see if I can see any of these. Yes, Frankie and Annette. Lori's in the house. Lori is here. Lori Pullman, who just came in, is Mark's sister. Hi, Lori. We're having a pajama party. Come on in. Say something. She's probably going, whoa, why are you calling me out? So, my whole point for getting here is all I wanted to do is just say, hey, let's touch base. Let's be humans and connect. And we can do that in a pajama party. Laura says, I get along better with older women. Wow. Well, I know, because we're so wise. We're wise women. But you're a wise woman because you hang out with the wise women. And so therefore you are. Jane says she remembers Annette as a Mouseketeer. I remember her as I don't remember her as a Mouseketeer, but we watched the Mickey Mouse Club. Man, hot. Is it me? No, it really is hot. We had 81 degrees here. But according to our mailman, it's supposed to go down into the 40s over the weekend, after the weekend. So whatever. Yes. I'm glad you love hanging out with me, Yvonne. I'm glad. And Kimberly's here from Roseville. You guys say hi to Kimberly. I'm 10 years. You're just 10 years old than my oldest grandson. Oh, you're talking about Laura. Okay. Suzanne is here too. And Donna. Look at all you guys. We got a lot of people here today. Yes, Roberta likes to refer to us as wise and sexy glamas. I don't have any grandchildren. My kids, all they want to do is have dogs. It's crazy. You're in your pajamas all day. I love it. I don't remember that Musketeer stuff. But you know what I do remember is I remember going to Disneyland when we were kids. And if you guys remember old Disneyland in the 60s in Anaheim, California, they had the teacups. Do you remember the teacups? And back in those olden days, there was none of this, like, let's keep everybody safe. It was like, you hit your head. Get over it, kid. Nobody cared. And we were on the teacups, and I remember going around and around, and my dad is like pulling it down as hard as he can. And my head is spinning, and I remember hitting my head on the thing, and he got mad at me because, it was just crazy. Back in those days, you'd go to the playgrounds, and they had the merry-go, the thing that went around and around. I don't even know what it's called, but it was all metal. And, you'd jump off of it and you'd jump on it. And you'd end up getting hurt, and you'd walk home and you have sand pounded into your knee. and bleeding, hurting yourself on the monkey bars. Remember your hands being all just completely just crusty, old calluses all over your hands from doing the monkey bars? Come on. Who was that? Yeah, the wheel, that's it. You're in Monument, okay. You grew up. Aren't you glad you grew up then? I am too. No seatbelts in cars. And, you know, it was just like, we just did what we did. We just did what we did. We'd go to the park and we'd come home bloodied and bruised. It was just part of the thing that we did. And the metal slides, Patty said the metal slides. I remember going down the metal slide and feeling the heat on my legs, burning my legs. Yes, we drank the water. Yes, we did. And I think we're going to live to be like 140 because of everything that we've been to. There we go. Roberta, I know you have a bottle. I've seen your wine rack. You've shown it to me. There's Laura. Say hi to Laura. I was just talking about you, Laura. Laura Randolph. She just joined. I was talking about your beach house and how we all got together and how we have how we've been together for 50 years, really, and have been friends for so long and blah, 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 blah. And how much I love you. Yes, we had the high platform at the top of the slide. It was crazy. How about the swings? And the swings, man, and you'd get your hands all twisted up in them and then it hurt you. Why do I want to just talk about all the accidents that we had? What's wrong with that? Patty's saying hi to you, Laura. Everybody's saying hi to you. Yeah, we're just having a pajama party, and I just thought I'd show up and say hi right here on a Saturday night because we all have so much to do. And I'm trying to, you guys, if you have really, really funny, hilarious movies, Netflix, whatever you have, a new series, we need something really hysterical. We've been trying a few things. I want to see This Is Us, but we don't have Hulu, so that's part of a thing. Yes, it did give us a lot of resilience. It gave us a ton of resilience. They had these big, old, heavy chains. And now you go to these, you go to the park and you're looking at it and they're just going, there's plastic mats everywhere and you're like, no, you got to get hurt. The chins on the swing would pinch. Exactly. That's exactly right. And we all live to talk about it. That is so funny. So what was your favorite thing about getting together with your girls? What was your favorite thing? I mean, I told you what mine is. It's just the fact that we hadn't even talked in 10, 15, 20 years or whatever. And it was as if we had never been apart. And I love it that somebody can just pick up and just be with you. And then you laugh and you're like, no, yeah, you get them and you know them. And they might have had all this life going on and been married and had all these children and grandchildren and lived all over the place. It just didn't matter. It just didn't matter because you know these women. You know their hearts. You know who they are. You know what they're about. And that's the coolest thing. That's exactly it. Catherine says, catching up as if we were never apart. And the laughing. I mean, we laughed and laughed and laughed. It was just the best thing ever. And I'm really sad that we're not going to be able to get together in May. But I will say this, we will again. It's not like it's going to, we're going to be apart. We're just going to have to wait. That's all. We share a lot of memories. Memories are just, those are the things that we need. That's where our brain needs to go. When we start to get an unmanaged head and our thoughts just go crazy and we're just checking constantly Facebook and checking all the news and all of that, we need to look at the things that make us smile and laugh and joyful. And how fun is that, right? Laura says she's got high school friends on Facebook, but my mommy group here, we meet once. That's fantastic. Yep. Reminiscing like you're with that's yes. Met up at a running retreat with a friend from 1967. We had a blast and giggles. The thing is, it really doesn't matter if you're 29 like Laura is, or if you're in your 70s. It really doesn't matter. We're still girls. We're girls at heart. We want to get together and giggle. I mean, I don't know about you, but giggling to me with a bunch of girlfriends is just the best thing ever. What else do you have? Terry said she's comparing memories. Yeah, we all have different memories, of course. We all have different memories. And, I mean, you don't want to go to a place of sad memories. We want to go to the place with the good memories. We want to go to the place where we were seen as we were and as we are and loved warts and all. Because that's true acceptance, right? I don't like this whole judgment thingy that happens. And I will tell you, it's really difficult. Anne says, I need to get out in my garden and switch off. Hi from Australia. Anne, hi. Thanks. Yeah, I think that it's a funny thing because being seen, and if you remember, did you see the movie Avatar? And they said in the movie Avatar, when they said, I love you, they never said, I love you. They said, I see you, right? And I see you meant, I love you. I love that. And, Mark and I even had a big discussion about it. And I said, this is exactly it. This is exactly it. Because being loved means being seen. And when you're seen and you're, visible and still loved and still accepted, that's when you've made a good connection. I love it. Yvonne married her 5th grade classmate. That's so sweet. Tammy got to spend 4 days with her best friend that she hadn't seen since 2005. That's so neat. Yeah, let's not be so serious. You guys, we have to lighten up. This is the thing that happens to us. We get so pushed down and we feel things really immensely, don't you? Don't you just, I empathize and I'm thinking about all these people. And when they start telling us the numbers and all of that, and it's, awful, I keep thinking there's people behind those numbers. And what about their families? And what about all of this? And then I get really down. But that's how we are. This is how we're built. We're built to be this kind of people. So my thought instead is to empathize in a really big way and to throw out all the good energy that we can and pray, all of us together, for all those people. Pray for them. Pray for that they have the equipment that they need. Pray that their families are together. Pray that the doctors are unscathed throughout this. All of it. Because we can't get in the weeds, but what we can do is we can hold up our hearts. We can hold open our hearts, and we can be a beautiful beings even in this mess. It is a mess. I'm not gonna lie. It's like the weirdest thing ever. It's a strange, weird Twilight Zone kind of a time. It's like a movie, and we're living in it, and we're in the middle of it, and this whole world is doing the same thing. But we can go to a different level, and we can have pajama parties, and we can connect with our girls, and we can say that we love each other and that we are going to hold a bigger space. That's what we do. Yeah, it is surreal. I thought you were going to go out in your garden, Anne. She couldn't resist. She's still here. We love you. It is surreal. We have an opportunity, though, to be together and to connect anyway, and to look beyond the walls, and instead is to do the work that we have to do, make lists. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have lists. Look at my thing. Look, lists. I'm making all kinds of lists. And, maybe you're not going to get in and start, scrubbing the grout with a toothbrush. I'm certainly not. But my house is spick and span, let me tell you. And I thought, well, I should clean out some drawers, and I should do this, and I should do that. But I also have some things that I want to do creatively. And so I made a list for my creative side. And I want to know about yours. What creative stuff do you have that you want to do? Is there anything that you're trying to teach yourself or learn about right now? Tell me what you got going on. There's Anne. Bye. Love you, Anne. Glad you stopped by. Who else? What else do you have to say, guys? Look at you all. Yvonne said she started a one-word prayer on Facebook. God knows the details. That's neat. Yeah, do in 20 seconds, say an Our Father while washing your hands. I love it. So what I'm creating, I'm writing. I am writing. Lisa's trying to learn to cook. Well, Lisa, I've got a bunch of cooking lessons right here. Take a look at them. Terry said it can be overwhelming. Lift your prayers up. Yep. Catherine wants to crochet. Joanne knits and crochets. Mary got adult coloring books. I've got some of those as well. They're fun. I want to make a quilt before Easter. I love that, Rhonda. Nothing really new, but finding time for my painting. Catherine's a painter. That's so neat. Working on my uncle's coin collection. What a fantastic thing. The imagination is really fantastic. And another thing to do, if you've got a big stack of magazines, and I know you want to probably declutter them and all that, before you do that, pull out pictures and make a vision board. I've got a vision board right here. I'll see if I can reach it. Jane said she's learning Hindi online. Let me see if you can see this. Practicing sign language. Do you see that? Do you see my vision board right there? That's my vision board. I hope that worked out all right. Oh my goodness, I'm going to drop this thing. Hold on. Mary's been on the roof looking out at the ocean. I mean, that's a fabulous thing to do. You know what? I will tell you, nature feeds our souls. It feeds our souls. And if we can go outside and do some breath work and a meditation and prayer while we're outside, I really believe, especially if you can, have you heard of earthing before? You can do this. You can get out on the grass and walk in the grass. And it just makes such a difference. It really brings you down, and it like shifts your energy. And journaling is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, next time you're out, Angela's an ASL, American Sign Language interpreter. Fantastic. That is fantastic. I love it. Pouring clothes and rearranging, organizing the kitchen. Oh, that was my back, sorry. My back has been bothering me from all the sitting. You know what? Here's the thing. Whatever it is that's going to make you feel better. And having projects done, doesn't that make you feel good? I went through, you should see my closet. My closet is on point, y'all. It's on point. And that doing a little closet organization is great. I mean, you know what? I could organize all day. I could get all kinds of things done, but I'm always, and how are you feeling about this? All over the place. I want to go over here. I want to go over there. I want to go over here and do this and that and this and that. And I want to make a meditation garden just like Jane. What a good idea. Linen closet. Yeah, I mean, it's time to get up and move. And, our trainer at the gym sent over 2 workouts, an upper body and a lower body, and I haven't done them yet. I've been like super sporadic. I loved my discipline of getting in the car and going to the gym and doing the thing. And I had it wired for sound. And after 4 weeks, I was making all this progress. Then all of a sudden, and I thought, you know what? Here's the thing, Leanne. You either have it in you and you need to get it done, or you're just going to make excuses. So anyway, we're back at it. And I think I'm going to add into it some yoga, some bar, some Zumba. I mean, I'm going to do 5-minute little YouTube videos. I've got my rebounder behind me. I'm going to get on the rebounder and go crazy on that. And, why not, right? And you can always drop stuff off. Yes, you can. Yep. Lucy said she's riding the bike more and more. Good. Gabrielle says our friends do Reiki healing every night. That's awesome. Yes, yes, yes. I would, more than anything, you know what I would love to do? I would love to have a big garden. I mean, a big garden with a big chicken coop. That's on our list. I told Mark, once we get out of this and are going to start, we're going to start at some point here, looking for looking for a house to buy, because we're just renting this one. And but it has to be, I mean, I love it up here. It's beautiful, but really I want to have water. I want to have a garden, and I want to have chickens. That, my favorite thing was when I was homeschooling my kids, and we had the chicken coop, we had goats, we had all of it. And it was just so lovely. And our garden was beautiful. A butterfly garden. Yes, I gave up my chickens years and years ago. This is back in the 90s when I was raising my children. My children were, I was homeschooling, and I was a freelance writer at the time. It was a crazy, crazy time. Yeah, I want to ride my bike too. Robin did 60 minutes on her treadmill. Audrey, I will tell you about let me tell you about chickens. I think if there's one thing that having a big garden and chickens and everything, one of the things that it taught me was just stopping and just enjoying the small things in life was amazing. I had, we just watch the chickens in the yard. It was fun. And the kids and I would sit there and we'd laugh at them. Can you imagine sitting there and just watching chickens and laughing at chickens? It's such a cool thing. Susan said she needs to call a couple of feed stool. She's got 2 remaining hens or henopausal. No more eggs. I know, but it's like we had this big egg. We had this one big chicken, and what did we call her? It was like the big, like King Kong. She was just like this big monstrous chicken. She would lay eggs that were the size of a goose. And when she was laying an egg, she would lay down on her side, and she put her head down, and she would just like, just doing her thing. You know how chickens make a lot of noise when they're laying an egg? Well, this one would just take all day to lay an egg, but that thing would come out and it would just go, yeah, we know who did that one. It was just the big, massive egg. And it was, and when she stopped laying, I was like, man, she's earned her keep. I will feed her. I will let her do her thing. And then I don't even remember what happened to her. We didn't eat her though. She was a good hen. We had a bunch of hens. We had one hen that we could call to. Her name was Bella, and she would come running like a dog, and she would jump into your lap. We had one hen like that. Yvonne said I can do a 4-minute workout now. She couldn't before. I'm telling you, the 4-minute workout is so great. Isn't it one of the best things? And I think, the whole fitness equation thing is we need to be able to, use our body weight. So push-ups are a great thing, you guys. There's so much. And bands work really great. But having that upper body strength and having the flexibility as well. So I've been working on that, trying to get flexible and all of that. Joanne had a tough day when she found out her cousin is, oh no, stage 4 cancer. That's awful, awful. I'm so sorry, Joanne. Life is so fragile, you guys. It's so fragile. Amy, I'm so glad you're here. Here's our girl, Amy. She's in my Take Back Your Life party. Yay. And, a lot of these gals that are here are in Take Back Your Life. And if you're wondering what that is about and you want to see what my whole tie-in is, if you saw the alignment series, you can go to webinar, or you can go to savingdinner.com/webinar, and you can see all the information there. Laura's got a weighted bar. I like it. Yeah, I have a weird shoulder, and I can't put this one shoulder right at the very top. I can't put it all the way back, and so I have to do a modified. So I'll put the bar in front. I can't do it in the back. And I've been using kettlebells too. I don't have any here, but kettlebells are wonderful because, of the weight. But yeah, I think we should have some kind of a, thank you, Mary. Mary said the webinar was great. The webinar was sincerely, it was, I would say, the COVID-19 version. I hate to say that, but just for us to get a different focus, man. We need a different focus. And this was just to focus on yourself and to do some self-care. So I think I will have a self-care day if anybody who wants to do a mask with me. There's my girl, Jenny, putting it out. Kettlebells are really amazing. You have a bad right shoulder. I have a bad left one, and it really hurts, and I can't get past it. I don't know how to heal that thing up. But, my trainer gal, remember I told you that I got a trainer for a few weeks or whatever? She had me, she told me to buy that tape that they use, like when you see all of these, you see the tape that they have, like if you see the volleyball players, basically playing volleyball in their underwear on the beach, and they've got tape everywhere. She said that tape really works, but she said you would have to, you'd have to really tape your arm up, like a whole thing of tape, and it's like $15. And I said, I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to walk around with tape all over me. So whatever. Yes, I did watch Grace and Frankie, and I loved it. The toilet quandary was hilarious. I thought it was really, really funny. Thanks, Tay, for that one. Yeah, kinesiology tape, exactly. They say that they're good for. I've never done it. Emily's got a frozen shoulder, and you're still doing I'm sure you're doing something to do it. But you know what? If you guys, I'm telling you, YouTube is amazing. On YouTube, they tell you how to do everything. I honestly, everything. Listen, let me tell you a story. I had this gas fireplace in my house, single girl house, right? This is years ago. And it had a light switch, and it would turn on the logs. And it was lovely. And I loved it. It was a fantastic thing. Then all of a sudden it stopped working. So I called and they said, well, and I said, well, what is it? It's because it's going tick, 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 tick. And they said, well, you need an electrician for that. Got the electrician over. Could he fix it? No. He said, you need to call a plumber. So I called a plumber, got him over. Could he fix it? No. So you know what I did? I looked at my little book, and I wrote in the exact number of, whatever the serial number of this particular fireplace. And I put it into the YouTube. Well, YouTube's also a search engine, you guys. And I put it in, and it said, won't light. And they said, this is a common problem with these particular logs, yada, yada, yada. And they told me exactly what to do. And I fixed it. The plumber couldn't fix it. The electrician couldn't fix it. But I did. YouTube. Years ago, there was a story of this woman who had built a house. She was a single mom with 4 kids, and she built a house watching YouTube videos with her kids. Just she and her kids. Yep. Anne said she has to color her hair for the first time. I'm going to be doing that too, and I will not show you the gray or the dark. But I'm going to do that too. So I've decided to give myself a pass on my rotten hairdos. God bless YouTube. See, Kathy said she fixed her washing machine with YouTube. Okay. Jenny fixed. She replaced her kitchen faucet. Ladies, we are amazing. We can do things because somebody is there to teach. That's a tutorial and a half. And it's better than not having somebody there, because you can go back and you can fix it. You can go back and say, I didn't quite get that. And you can go back and rewatch it. This is so good. Brenda said, YouTube is how I found Fly Lady, and it led me to you. Oh, Brenda, I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Yes, go to YouTube first. Roberta said she thinks she did pretty good with the coloring. Yep. Well, I know, but Marla has never dyed her hair, so Marla gets a pass. Hers is starting to look good. I think she's spraying it and doing some stuff. Becky learned how to play the ukulele from YouTube. Come on! What could we learn to do? Fly Lady led me to you. Marla and I have been together for eons and eons and eons. When I met Marla, she had no website, and I just did an article on her. She had helped me because I was homeschooling my kids, And I was doing, I was a freelance writer. And so I called, I reached out to her and said, I want to do a story on you. And my newspaper let me do a story on her because her husband was our judge. And so it all worked. And that's when we met, and I didn't leave her house, and we hung out for hours and hours. And she was, she had my kids tying flies and did all kinds of, Peter was 7. He thought she hung the moon. He thought she was the neatest lady in the world. Mom, she fly fishes. And then when it was Peter's, I think it was his 15th or 16th birthday, we came up to, we lived in Charlotte at the time area. And we went up to, came up here to Brevard, and she took him into the fly store and completely outfitted him with his fly fishing stuff. Completely outfitted him. I mean, she spent a lot of money on it. And then I gave him a guide for the day, and he went out and fly fished and just had the best time. It was a really neat experience. But that's Marla. She's just over and abundantly very generous and sweet and kind. Roberta learned to clog on YouTube. Just kidding. I would love to see that. I would pay money for that. Yep. You met me when I made a surprise visit. Well, see, that was all those years later. Amy met me in St. Louis. This is so great. Aw, thank you. I'm a blessing too, apparently. You guys are the best. So we have another 9 minutes. I promised Mark I'd be done by 8 o'clock. He's downstairs making dinner. There's scallops involved. I have no idea what else he's doing. And by the way, if you haven't made my chicken curry in a hurry yet, it is the bomb.com. We made it, you know that I made it in front of you. Well, we let it sit overnight because we'd already had plans for dinner. We had a tenderloin that was marinating. And we had it today for lunch. It was so delicious. So delicious. Catherine fixed her stove looking at YouTube. Look at how resourceful we all are. So that brings me back to my original point. We are not helpless. We are not hopeless. We know how to fix things. We know how to do things. We're resourceful. We're smart. We're wise. And we get together and we connect. This is what makes our souls sing, right? Am I right? You know what, you guys? Here's the thing that I know. When I am disconnected, when I don't feel like I've got my women friends close by, I just feel like a lone ranger. I don't want to feel like that. So I really appreciate you all coming out here. Rebecca's asking where the recipe is. You're going to have to watch yesterday's video. Go to the video section here, and it's in a Facebook Live. And what you'll appreciate about that is that there is no recipe, and I'll show you how to do it with what you have. And it's just, if you can saute an onion, you've got this. It's super easy. Yes, we're resourceful. Yes, we're capable. Yes, we're a community. Yes, we are empathetic, love-filled women, faith-filled women who love all the time. And you know what? We're going to keep focusing on the things that we want to expand in our lives. That's what we're going to do. That's it. That is the name of the game. When we focus on the things that we want in our life instead of all the things out there that scare us, that's our amygdala. Our amygdala is keeping us in the fear zone. We just have to shut that business down because that's where we don't want to live. We don't want to live in the fear zone. We want to live in the place that is uplifting, a place that is full of love, a place that is full of empathy, a place that gives more than it takes. What a difference that makes. What a difference that makes. And when we're connected like that, we feel like completely different human beings. You know, we're not downtrodden, we're not scared, we're not fearful, but instead we're empowered and we're strong and we're looking how we can do something better. And we're looking and we're making our little lists, you guys. We're making our lists. So, and I just want to say how much I appreciate you all. I really do. And this has been really uplifting for me personally, with no agenda, just sitting here with just wanting to talk and say, how much I really appreciate that you've shown up and you continue to show up, and how, I feel like we're going to overcome this and we're going to come out on the other side of this better than ever. That's my focus, because what we focus on expands, right? That's my focus. So I want you to just really breathe in all the goodness and the wonderfulness and the connections and the feel goodness that we all have made tonight, and let that take you to tomorrow. I will show up. I will be here at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about, but I just want to connect with you. And I want you to feel like you're not alone, and that you're not, there's no fear here, because we are. The only thing I want you to think about is I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That is the thing. That is the thing. We are, Kathy, we are going to stay positive. We are going to stay positive, and you're not alone, and we're all together. And this is a time where we can join our hearts, join our hands, join our minds together, join our hearts, though, the empathy, there's this beautiful self that you all have. And who knows, we might do another, pajama party, just jam on it, because I am not going to leave this good feeling, right? Nope. I'm going to take this good feeling with me to bed tonight, and I'm going to know that God is with me, that I've got my connections, that I will never be abandoned, never be left, and that we're all in this together. We're all in this together. How about that? Thanks, Vanessa. You're so sweet. And thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight. I'm glad you had a good time. I was going to put on some music and suggest that we all dance, but, I think just sitting here and having a glass of wine and just chit-chatting with everybody has been the best. Just being able to stop and read all the comments has been really a wonderful thing for me. And I really, again, appreciate you. I love you. I care about you. And I want all of my girlfriends here. Yeah, pinkies up. You're all the best. And I appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay well, and stay home. If you're around tomorrow, I'll see you at 1 p.m. Eastern, right here. Love you. Bye.